Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope this message finds you rested on Shabbat. Ot, Maase, Mofet. We're going to see how these words tie Yeshua and the Father together. Zot, Techilat Ha'otot. This is the beginning of signs, Shel Yeshua, of Yeshua. And we often think of this is from John chapter 2, the beginning, we'd often focus on the water being turned into wine, but that isn't really the focus of the story. Or rather, the idea might not be exactly what we think. This story has many parallels to the Tanakh, but it's not possible to cover all of that, so we're just going to look at one small aspect. Here we should also note that the word ot, or signs, is the word that is being used in the story and not miracles. And then as we go further, you'll see more of the reason why that is. So here we have Exodus 34:10, Maase, Yahweh, the works of Yahweh. And we can some of these words should bring up things that we have read in the renewed covenant. So Maase, works, do the works of the Father. For example, should come to mind when we hear this word Maase. Maase, Yahweh, the works of Yahweh. And then we can note that Yeshua is doing also works, Maase, and ot, or otiot, signs. And also mofet, wonders. And then Deuteronomy 3:24, Mi'el b'shamayim, for what God is there in heaven, u va'aretz, or in the earth, asher ya'aseh, that can do kama'asecha, according to your works. And again, we see that Yeshua does these works, and the Father does these works, and also man, or humanity, humans, by the power of God, can also do these works. Greater works, Maase, will you do. And here we have Deuteronomy 11:3, Ve'et ototav, and his signs, Ve'et ma'asav, and his works, Asher asa, which he did, Batoch Mitzrayim, in the midst of Egypt. So the works of God and the signs of God were displayed in the midst of Egypt, just as we see the works of Yeshua displayed in the midst of Israel. And we can be assured that the one who does the works of the Father and the signs and the mofet, wonders, is the one that is from God. Lama'an shiti, that I may show ototai, these signs of mine, ele, bekir bo, before him. So again, we have Yahweh displaying his ototai, my signs, before people, that they may know, this is before Pharaoh, that he may know who this God is who is speaking to him. This also brings to mind when we are told that you will know the one who is of God by his works, Maase, and also by his oath, by the signs that he performs, and by his mofet, by the wonders that he is able to do. Ki chol ha'nashim haroim, for all these men that have seen, et kevodi, my glory, ve'et ototai, my signs, asher asiti, which I did, ve'mitzrayim u ve'midbar. So God's signs and his works were evident in the wilderness and in Egypt before Pharaoh. Ve'ha'otot, and the signs, ve'hamofetim, and wonders, ve'hayad ha'chazekah, ve'hazeroa ha'natuya, and the mighty hand and the outstretched arm, Asher hotzi'acha Yahweh Elohecha, by which Yahweh your God brought you out of Egypt. So we can rejoice. We can rejoice at all that God has done through his signs, wonders, and works. and that by His power, again, through us, we can also do these things and also be delivered and set free from our enemies. Thanks for listening, and I pray that the rest of your Shabbat will be restful and that you will go your way rejoicing into the new week. In Yeshua's name, Amen.